Salut les copains. Salut les copains, j'espère que ça va. On va faire une petite réaction par rapport à une vidéo je pense qu'on a tous vu. C'est par rapport à NDP et tout ça. Donc, après moi, tout le monde y en parle. Donc, on va plonger là-dessus. Donc, allons-y.
Or can I ask a question about executive elections to the chair?
As I understand it, what more election results we have are going to be announced at the end of the day.
I have a point of information for the elections committee.
The elections committee has gone to do balloting and they're not available to answer your questions.
Is that these cards are to help the chair hear equity-seeking persons and that we don't only hear from white male delegates. Now, this is my first convention. The reason for my concern is that yesterday, during the housing resolution, after a white man spoke...
Low-key, the girl right next to him. She low-key fine as hell. Anyways, let's get back to it.
Someone at this mic waved their equity card only to give their speaking spot to a white man. Now that white...
So, like, as of right now, I didn't hear anything about, like, they just talking about microphone, their election. They haven't spoke about anything that have to do with the country yet. Like, they didn't talk about, like, housing crisis. They didn't talk about, like, I don't know. They didn't talk about, like, anyways, let's just keep watching. Maybe they're gonna mention it in the future.
Man being a leadership delegate, notwithstanding, I had lined up for a long time to discuss the housing resolution, like many others, including my fellow delegate, Akua. I just want us as a body to understand.
Wait, why is she wearing a mask though? This video right here is so funny, y'all. Yeah, I gotta watch this. This video, oh my god.
Point. Let's hear the point on microphone 1.
Yes, point of personal privilege. I am Lyle Culpepper. I am
Non-binary.
Binary. I am a person of color, which happens to be...
That right there got me laughing. Dude, when I saw this on my timeline, I was laughing so. I was like, what? Person of color?
white color. Egalitarian, two-spirit furry.
Egalitarian and two-spirit furry. I never understood what the whole two-spirit thing is.
I'm also sex positive. I'm also sex negative. I'm also a Muslim adjacent.
Muslim adjacent. How can you be sex positive and sex negative? It's like saying, right? Do you want a banana? Yes. No. So, like, do you want the banana? Yes. No. So which one is it? Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of confusing here. You know what I mean? Like,
Hamas supporter, and I am
Muslim adjacent Hamas supporter. Damn, man, he probably got still more. You know how usually, like, people introduce themselves, they be like, hey, my name is this. I do this for a living. Like, damn, he like not even finished the first line of introducing himself. He ain't even get to the part of what he do for work yet.
disabled. I have a condition called SITME, which is stress-induced.
Condition called SITME, stress-induced premature. If you say this to a girl, she gonna smack. She gonna even block you, bro. They saying this on a stand.
Premature ejaculation, and I am Korean, but not.
And the fact, you know what's crazy? Nobody in there is laughing. Like, they dead ass taking this as genuinely very seriously. Like,
blood. And I have all my cards. I have my race, equity, and gender card here. So, pretty much top of the list.
Pretty much top of the list. Yeah, that's another thing. I never understood. Like, okay, so, because the way, I don't know. I don't want to say this let me just say this person. I don't want to cry about it, but let's say this person, right? They say, top of the list. It sounds like, it comes from a place of bragging, no? Because usually, think about it. If somebody be like, okay, what rank are you in boxing? If you say probably top of the list, it's because probably, like, you know. So, like, is it like, a competition to be like oppressed or something?
And there are been some comrades who have skipped in front of me. I've recently gotten my oppression graded at a 9.
You get oppression graded? You know, after watching this video, I have a lot of respect for liberals, bro. I used to think like, you know what I mean? But then after watching this, I'm like, you know, maybe liberals deserve a little bit of respect.
0.7. So in terms of being able to speak, I would like to ask for extended time to speak, and perhaps I could come up on stage with you.
Like they ain't even talk about like, he ain't even talk about what you call it, social, like, you know, like how people can't afford stuff like to buy, and like how the cost of living and all that type of like. So far, he just mentioned his oppression. You know, usually like whenever you, I don't know, maybe it's different, I don't know. Usually whenever you come up, usually in politics, right? usually in politics, right? You would come up and talk about the issues that people is facing, right?
Madam Emma Stone, or sorry.
So what, they have their own cards? Emma Stone?
Emma Stone.
Not right now.
Okay.
Damn, she just shut that shit. The girl was like, not right now, like, damn, she was like, hell no. I don't want to judge them based off this first clip. Maybe they actually talked about some genuine, like, real things, right? This is just a clip, you know. At the end of the day, you know, I wouldn't want people to judge me based off a clip. I'd like to, like, the full background behind it, like, how we got here. You know what I mean? But, like, damn. You know what's crazy? There's actually people that vote. They gotta have somewhat, like, for them to have people that vote, they gotta have somewhat of some good points, right? I have a question. What would you do if you woke up one day, right? And then, like, the NDP was running the country? Comment down below, what would you do if, like, you woke up and the NDP was running the country and, like, you have to survive for the next 24 hours?
Hello, I was standing here with my gender equity card before you called on the previous speaker.
They have cards? I don't even think liberals got cards. They have Mr. Speaker. I'd be like...
That's my point of privilege that I would like to raise.
I will explain the speaking order, which is fixed, that I cannot amend, which is the pro-con rotation. You can move yourself up a line that you're standing in.
I am pro, and I was...
We went...
You went pro, con,
we went pro-con, pro, and my plan was to go con. The speaker at con mic 3 also has a speaking card.
Yesterday, this card was used in an inappropriate manner.
I might sound a little insensitive, right? But if you're gonna come up to a stage, wouldn't you say something like very deep? Like, a card, at the end of the day, it's a card, gang. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a card. It's not the end of the world. Give him another, you know what? Give him another card. If, you know, somebody give her another card.
Ontario, we note this as equity. Even if this was also used inappropriately in terms of gender. I want everyone to be mindful that these cards for individuals like myself who identify as a Black woman have no value outside of this space.
I mean, you can always build value at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Build value by being valuable to the community. Because at the end of the day, I feel like everybody, whenever you're born without value, right? But as you grow older, right, you become valuable, but what you can, you know, but how, like, useful you are to society kind of thing, right? Let's say, like, you're the founder of a company, right? You become valuable. They got to keep you. Makes sense, right? Y'all can let me know what you guys think about this whole, oh my God, I'm talking English, but y'all can let me know about this whole, convention thing. I was speaking English and I turned into French. Like, I was speaking French and I turned into English. So I guess this video is a mix of both. So yeah, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.